So if you're like me, you're a huge Kingdom Hearts 2 fan. And one of the coolest things that has come out recently is the new mod, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Randomizer. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to patch a Japanese ISO to be in English, and then also install the emulator as well as the cheats needed to play the randomizer. Now, what exactly is the Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Randomizer mod? What it does is combines a Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer with the Garden of Assemblage mod, which allows you to treat the Garden of Assemblage room like a world map, where instead of choosing data battles, you are actually choosing worlds from the doors. By adding a randomizer on top of this, you're actually replacing all of the chests within these worlds with the random items, equipment, abilities, literally anything. In the description, I put a link to the Google Doc that we will be using to download all of these files. The first thing that we're going to do is actually download all of the files. Unfortunately, there are two things that you will need to get yourself, which is a copy of Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Japanese Unpatched ISO and a PS2 BIOS, which you can get by backing up your own or by doing a Google search. Once you have a copy of Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix on your computer, make a folder on your desktop called Kingdom Hearts 2 Randomizer and drag the ISO into it. Next, we are going to download the English patch as well as the English Patcher tool by XEE Namos, which can be found on this link that I just clicked. You're going to download two things, like I said. You're going to download the patcher as well as the patch itself. Thankfully, you don't need a Mega account, so you can just download these and make sure to as well put these in the folder that we created on the desktop. I'm just skipping ahead to when I have all the files downloaded. Next, what you're going to do is go to the randomizer build all the way at the bottom of the document and download the drive link. I'm just going to click download and make sure to again save that to your desktop folder. Next, we will need to go to Valaxor's randomizer generator, which we will enter a name for the seed. For the sake of testing the randomizer, I recommend typing in what I put, JAKX102, which is my username. Scroll to the bottom and click Generate Seed, and then you're going to scroll to the bottom again and click Download Seed. And again, make sure just to save that to your folder on the desktop. It is worth noting that this file that you are downloading, if you want to create a new randomizer, you will need to create a different seed. So you'll have to go back to that website, type in a random word or numbers or letters, and then simply click Download. Next, we are going to need the emulator PCSX2, and we're going to need a certain build, so I will put a link in the description to that build, or you can Google it like I'm doing here in the video. Now that we have all the files we need, we're just going to go to that folder on the desktop. First thing we're doing in the folder is extracting the KH2 Patcher as well as PCSX2 dev build 3200. Now both of them have been extracted, so we're going to patch the ISO by dragging the English Rev 5 KH2 patch into the KH2 Patcher. So simply drag and drop. And it's going to open up a command menu. Next, you're going to drag and drop the ISO to where it says ISO. And you're going to delete the quote. So just delete the quote at the end, scroll to the other side, and delete that, and click Enter. Now, as you see on the top, it says patching 59 of 59, and the game patched without errors. So the game is fully patched in English. Good job. Now that the game is patched, we're going to install PCSX2. Again, you're going to need your own BIOS, so simply open up the PCSX launcher, install it, and right here you're going to need to select a BIOS, so you have to put it in the BIOS folder and select it. Once you do have it fully installed, open the application, go to CD DVD, and click ISO selector and choose the ISO that you just patched. Then we're going to go over to System and boot fast. You'll know that the game was patched properly in English because when you click New Game, the options to select your difficulty will all be in English. So we'll say Standard, Proud, Critical Mode, Beginner Mode. So we're going to close PCSX2 out. You can minimize your web browser. And then you're going to open the KH2 Randomizer. And you're going to drag the two notepad files into the cheats folder. So simply drag and drop. The Garden of Assemblage notepad will not be changed. But whenever you want to make a new seed, this second file that you're dragging in, you will need to delete from this cheat folder, make a new seed, and then download and move it to this cheats folder, which again is shown on the screen right above. You just go to this website, type in the seed name, scroll to the bottom, generate seed, scroll to the bottom again, you would download the seed. I'm not going to download it because we're using the seed that I created, so it doesn't really matter. So we'll close out of that. Now it's time to actually open the application, or open the game rather. After opening it, the first thing we're going to go over to is System and Enable Cheats. Then on the ISO selector, make sure to select the ISO. Make sure it's still Kingdom Hearts. If it asks you, do you want to reset this, just click yes. And so part of the reason why I made sure that we both had the same seed numbers, or name rather, is so that we have the same random things, so that you can see that you properly installed the randomizer. You'll know the Garden of Assemblage mod is installed correctly because after going to the Station of Serenity and choosing your item, it will bring you to the Garden of Assemblage room, which we'll wait to load. See, so now we're in the Garden of Assemblage room. It will give you a random drive form as part of the seed. You'll go over to this computer and hit triangle. You can skip this cutscene. And when we go over to the chests, since we have the both the same randomized seed, you'll get aerial dodge, second chance, and glide level 2. I thought it was pretty sick that I got those 3 items as my seed for my name. But anyway, so you can go into abilities, equip them, and now what's interesting is so you have free control of where you want to go and what you want to do. Each world, or each door in Garden of Assemblage leads to a different world. I've put here a list of all of the doors and what worlds they lead to. So see here, I end up going to Atlantica, which is Larxine's door. Now I'm back in the Garden of Assemblage, head to Axel's door, and I'm brought to Twilight Town right after finishing it as Roxas. Now that you have the mod properly installed, I recommend going back to the Google Doc and reading the warnings. Here's a list of some of the warnings, like don't dodge roll or use Trinity Limit as Roxas, but these are not all of them, so make sure to read all of them before you go into any world. And once again, I wanted to say thank you to everyone who helped make this mod. It's awesome. If you enjoyed this, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and you can also follow me at JackX102 on Twitter.